bring me one? Sit back there. Water. Oh. I thought you were having a okay. I wish I had asked him where that water. Okay, it's gone. It's wherever it is. All right, we're starting then. After 7. Oh, I need a sidur. אני צריך סידור.
Hi.
I think it's יום של יום שבת ויום טוב.
It says something weird here that I don't know what that means. I mean, handles.
LeBron, this must be somebody.
Oh, somebody.
Maybe it's LeBron.
And then it says Tiferet.
And it says what?
Tiferet.
It's got to be somebody, unless it's somebody else. Doing this? Yeah. We got that one. All right. Shabbat shalom, baby. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Hey, Allah, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Chag sameach, Chag sameach, Chag sameach, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey, 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 Shabbat shalom,
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom,
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom,
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Noah, microphone doesn't seem to be on.
I think it's still not on.
Oh, I just heard it.
Yeah? Oh, there it is. Good. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's so lovely to see you and outside on this end of Sukkot Shabbat. We're lingering a little at the end here of Sukkot. So glad you're here. Welcome. If you haven't done it already, I invite you into a ritual act of Shabbat, which is to take out your cell phone and to turn it off. Or at least if you know you need it for emergency purposes. I mean, like for real emergency. Not the emergency of what will I do if I don't have my phone. Because that's an emergency to interrogate this particular Shabbat. But an emergency, if somebody really needs to reach me, please put it on silent. I want to welcome you here. We haven't been totally outside in a while, but it's Sukkot and the weather is beautiful, so welcome. Here to Echo Park, onto St. Paul's Commons space where we are in interfaith relationship with. We acknowledge that this land that we are trying to be good guests on Tovangar, this land, the ancestral land of the Tongva Gabrielino people, striving to be good guests. And we welcome into Shabbat. You made it. Yes, we made it. And welcome into community. So if you'll take a moment, please, and arrive here by meeting the people around you, getting their names, maybe give them a Shabbat Shalom, and maybe tell them, I'm so glad you're here.
I'm so glad I did.
So glad.
I'm so glad you're here, you guys.
You've got to.
I'm so glad you're here.
Beautiful. So glad you're here. If you're wondering, is it okay if I'm here? I've never been here before. I'm not sure how to do this. It's totally okay to be here. And we're all figuring out how to do this in our lives all the time. So just welcome into a space where we're collectively all trying to figure out how we do this living, this loving, all the things. So welcome. There's no secrets you have to know to be here. We're just so glad you're here. And Kim is here interpreting if you need to see the interpreter. Here she is. And we want to welcome everybody on the live stream. So glad you've joined us as well. There's closed captioning on the live stream. And we're going to begin by lighting candles, and it's our special honor to invite, thank you, to invite Braun, who has entered into the Jewish people and is known by the name of Tiferet. Woohoo! Please light the Shabbat candles, the candles. I prefer matches, but that's really up to you. And the blessing for the candles is in this book, which is the book we're going to use, the Siddur. It's over there if you didn't get one, and a song sheet is also good if you're new, and at page 2 are these blessings. Let's reach out our hands, everyone. Oh, I think we need another relight on that sucker. That's okay. It was an enthusiastic blowout with some Zeri Zoot came to that. There we go. Let's reach for the light and bring it in 3 times.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת ויום
Beautiful. Let's go ahead and just take a couple breaths, making room in our bodies for Shabbat to enter. We say that there's this extra soul that comes into us. So let's make some room for that soul to enter us. You're very welcome at Nefesh to move your body in your chair or standing up. There's some extra space here. There's a sukkah that just calls out for dancing. Let me tell you, those children warmed it up before you got here. They were dancing in that sukkah. Lechu Neranena on page 12.
לכו נרננה לאדוני נביאה לצוי שנו לקדמה פנה בתודה בזמירות נביאה לו לי לי Page 13. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, ועשו מיום ליום ישועתו. היי 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 עשו אלוהים כבודו בכל העמים נפלאותיו. כי גדול אדוני מולל מאוד, נורא הוא עד כל אלוהים. לי 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 לי
When in doubt, that's always Lai. We enter in Lecha Dodi now. It's on page 20. So that was a warm up for the warm up. So hopefully you're ready for more warming up.
Lecha Dodi Likat Kala Enei Shabbat Mekavela Lecha Dodi Likat Kala Enei Shabbat Mekavela Shamor וזכור בטיבו אחד השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד ושמו לתפארת ולתהילה לך אדוני לקראת קלה לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה כי היא מקום הברכה מראש מקדם נשוכה סוף מעשה ומחשבה תחילה לך אדוני לקראת קלה עיר מלוכה ומצאי מתוך האפלה רב לך שבט עמק הבכה והוא יחמוד עלייך חברה לך אדוני לקראת קלה מעפר קומי לבשי בגדי תפארתך על יד בן ישי והלך מקרבה אל נפשי הלך לך אדוני לקראת קלה התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך אורי, אורי, שיר דברי כבוד אדוני, עלייך נגלה לך אדוני, לקראת קלה.
Invite you to rise and we'll face the lake, the lady of the lake, and invite her in.
Oi ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצוהלה עם סגולה בואי קלה אחד אותי היא קלה מכתכלה לך אדוני מכתכלה חג שמח!
Shabbat Shalom, Hag Sameach. More greetings. More people have come. Please greet each other again. I'm so glad you're here. Shabbat Shalom, Hag Sameach. I am aware that we need more chairs. I am aware of that. Got it. Yes. People who are waiting for a seat, we'll figure out some seats once everybody starts to sit down again. Okay, if you have an empty seat near you, could you raise your hand? If there's a seat in your row, again, if it's like a solo seat in the middle of a row, maybe you can move over to fill it in. Raising hands. There's seats in the sukkah. There's seat here. Thank you. For people who are arriving, there's people raising their hands who have a warm seat, or at least a warm soul next to the seat to invite you in. Seat right here. Beautiful. Welcome, welcome. We know how it goes in LA. I don't know what was happening earlier. The Dodgers are not until tomorrow. Go Dodgers. Go Dodgers. That's a rabbi blessing right there. Go Dodgers. But there was something happening tonight because it was very hard in the traffic. Okay. And I know you're like, don't even talk to me about traffic, Rabbi Susan. You come from so close and I come from so far. It's not that far. We're all very close. The Hatzi Kaddish is on page 26.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה על מה דיברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומייכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו יהי שמי אבא מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתבר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו.
Song sheets, or write in your heart, or lie lie, or whatever you feel.
לילה ולילה לילה ולילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה נחמתה אמירן ואמן ואימו ואימו אמן לילה ולילה לילה ולילה beyond any word any song any prayer that is whispered Open my eyes. Open my heart. Go beyond, go beyond, go beyond, go beyond. Layla.
Beautiful. Holden was showing us what comes next. Let's all rise for the Baruch Hu. We face the ark. It's on page 28.
Baruch Adonai מבורך לעולם ועד.
Baruch Adonai Mevorach. Vaed.
Be seated. Hatima of Ma'ariva Ravim. It's on page 30.
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד.
Baruch atah Adonai Hamarim Aravim.
We're going to approach the blessings of the Shema and the Shema herself in a moment. And as a way to prepare into listening, into oneness, we take a moment to reflect on a question that's alive in our Torah or alive with tonight. It's the holiday of Shmini Atzeret. So here's the question for tonight. How is your relationship to time right now? Like time. Do you feel like time is dragging you behind it? Do you feel like it's easeful? I feel so good in time right now. I feel very rushed in time. What's happening with you in time? What is your relationship with time in your life right now? Take a moment just to think, contemplate inside, and then we are going to turn to someone nearby and take a moment to share with that person. And it's fine to turn back to a row behind you, turn to somebody on the side of you. Go ahead. You and time. How's it going?
That's why I stopped playing the guitar. It's like
It's way too
That is excellent. There.
just different things were tuned out at different times. I don't think we would want to turn the whole thing on,
When I do Sally, but he's here right now, so you have to like hear me.
Play your guitar once a little bit.
Things keep also moving.
It's moving and changing. Like I couldn't hear my guitar at all, and then it was so loud I couldn't even play it because it was like.
If you wanted to just turn it down yourself,
Yeah.
you could do that. But then you also turn it on in the house. I have no idea what it's like.
Yeah, me neither. I think it might be more okay now, but we'll see.
Welcome. Come on in. Hi. We're just reflecting in conversation. You're so welcome to come. One more time, if you have a seat next to you, if you can get, we can get a hand up. Oh, look at that. There's a hand up.
one moment where I was like, it was super loud and Holly was out.
Beautiful. Okay. We're coming back together so you can thank your partner. We're partners. Thank you. Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam is on page 32.
כי הם חיינו ואורך יומנו ובהם נגד יומם ולילה ואהבת חדשים ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
Finding your feet on the ground, your spine and your back, your neck and head floating up, your pelvis and tailbone floating you down. Big breath in and out. Big breath to release the weak. Out. Big breath in of all that ahava, that love and oneness. Breathing out. We enter the Shema. Ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levacha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meotecha. 36. V'hayu hadvarim ha'el asher anochi netzavecha Hayom alevavecha veshinantam levanecha vedibarta bam veshiftecha mevetecha uvlechtecha vaderech shoftecha uvekumecha uvshartam meot ayadecha והיו לטוטפות
בעיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
אלוהיכם emet. That was beautiful to be praying and also to hear there's so many sounds out here. Yeah, outside. And the bus went by at one point. Did you hear that when the bus went by? I know I've shared this a while ago, but I grew up here on Echo Park Avenue, up. And there was the bus turnaround right next to our house, the RTD, okay, because that's what it was called. And the bus line in LA. And every night it would go and it would do the circle and come back. And it was it's what I fell asleep to. So it's a very soothing sound. Like I feel very soothed by hearing the bus go by. And I wonder when I went to go to conservatory dance in New York, I had a hard time sleeping because there was no bus. And then the lights too would flash around. It was part of the nighttime ritual. Urban children. All kinds of urban children experiences. Courage. This has been a week of witnessing people who are going through things that require lots of courage right now. So if you know somebody in that place, if you want to send them some courage right now, if you're a person who's needing some courage, know that the community is about to be singing, praying for you right now in this moment. So drink it in. It's on the song sheet. It's also on page 40. Some of it, anyway. Breathing in what I need to be free. Breathing out what I now can let go. Breathing in what I need to be free. Breathing out what I now can let go. Courage, you're the only one. Courage, walking in the sun. Reaching in the dark. Listen to my heart. Courage, back to the start.
Oh, courage, look me in the eye. Courage, show me what's inside. Not to hold too tight, to know I'll be alright. Courage to fail and shine. Mi chamocha, Elim Adonai. Mi chamocha, mi chamocha, Nedar Bakodesh. Mi chamocha. Breathing in and out, breathing in and out. breathing in and out. Breathing in and out, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out, breathing in and out. מלכותך ראו בניך בוקע הים לפני משה ומרים. זה לי אנו ועמו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. 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 Oh, breathing in and out, breathing in and out.
Breathing in what I need to be free. Breathing out what I know can let go.
Big breath. We're going to enter now the Hashkivenu prayer. Imagines a sukkah. So every Shabbat we're imagining a sukkah, not even only on Sukkot. A Sukkot Shalom. May there be a sukkah of peace that covers our city, that covers Jerusalem, that covers our world, that brings peace. And each time someone in our community shares, AJ, I'm teeing you up here, shares about how they make the world a better place. And it's part of our practice too when somebody is about to be called to the Torah as B'nai Mitzvah, that they come and share with us what they've been working on as their own unique way to make the world a better place. AJ, that's you. Yeah, and next week you're going to be called to Torah. We're so excited.
Thanks. Okay. Okay. My charity project for my bar mitzvah was volunteering at the LaBelle Foundation. They're a foster organization in my neighborhood, Pickfair Village. They're dedicated to saving, rehabilitating, and advocating for dogs. They specialize in orphans, medical dogs, and moms and babies. I picked them because I absolutely love helping dogs, especially less fortunate ones who don't have homes. I did all kinds of stuff for them. I walked dogs, I fed puppies, I tagged collars, and I did tons of manual labor, like filling and moving a bunch of super heavy bags of dog food. Not gonna lie, it was a pretty good workout. I'd really appreciate it if you considered donating any amount of money or time. To learn more, please go to labellefoundation.org. Thank you.
See Sonia right there? Sonia, wait. Sonia would like to talk to you. Sonia loves the dogs as well.
Oh my God.
Spends her life.
Every other day I almost get another dog because I follow that organization.
Oh, you follow that very organization,
and they've really got me.
They got you. Did anybody hear this week that they're moving towards a moratorium on breeding in LA? No more breeding of dogs. There's just too many dogs. So many in shelters. Yeah. Now that was this week. That was good to see. Okay, everybody. Hashkivenu. 42. Let's get inside that Sukkot Shalom.
השיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו מגנו לחיים השיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו מגנו לחיים ושמור צאתנו ובואנו בחיים ושלום ואתה ועד עולם. Shalom, 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 shalom. Top of page 44. ושמעו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפל.
I invite you to rise now for the Amidah. If you are able to rise, fine. To sit if you are not able. We're going to begin together on page 46 with the opening meditation, and then we'll enter into our own prayers. When you're done with your prayers, you may be seated. There's the prayers in the prayer book. It's also the prayers in your heart. We begin together on page 46.
Na 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 svatai na 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 na
long as you need to. Collectively, we'll turn our prayers to those who are in need of healing. Though it is Shabbat, we make a special space to ask for healing for the Cholim. If you can go ahead and say their names aloud now. If you're in the live stream, you can write them in the chat. We pray for them. Elna Rafanallah, God please heal her. Elna Rafanallah, God please heal him. Elna Rafanalahen, God please heal them. The Elna Rafanali. We pray for each of them for Rafua Shlema, Rafua Nefesh, for Rafua Guf, healing of their soul, healing of their body. Amen. Elna Rafanallah.
Elna Rafanallah.
Elna Rafanallah. Elna Rafanalahen. Elna Rafanali. Heal me.
Elna Rafanali.
Tonight, with the sun going down, it begins Shabbat, and it also begins a holiday called Shmini Atzeret. It starts tonight. And you might think, oh yeah, sure, me and Shmini Atzeret, we go way back. Or you might be thinking, what was that? How come I don't really know about this holiday? It is definitely not one of the holidays that it gets as much attention, I'd say. Partly because of some confusion. Is it part of Sukkot? Is it its own holiday? And here at Nefesh, we're like, is it that? Is it this? Is it that? Is it everything? We're big fans of Shmini Atzeret. I am, for sure. So we learn about Shmini Atzeret in the book of Bamidbar, in the wilderness, in the book of Numbers, where we get instructions about all the holidays. So after we hear about Yom Kippur, we hear about this Hag HaSukkot. I just want to say that I was looking at this past week, studying this, and in the mention of Yom Kippur, Nefesh is mentioned so many times, one's soul. And it was just like repeated, nefesh, nefesh, nefesh. And it was a way to refer to a person as a nefesh, as a soul. So for another time, let's go back to that Yom Kippur, lots of nefesh in there, because that was pretty beautiful. But here's what comes next. Say to the Israelite people, on the 15th day of this 7th month, there shall be the Feast of Booths, Hag HaSukkot. That's supposed to last 7 days. Shivat Yamim LaAdonai. 7 days will be this Sukkot. The first day will be a sacred day, a sacred occasion. And you do not work. Kol melechet avodah lo ta'asu. Do not work. 7 days you're going to bring offerings, korbanot, karov, you draw close, karov, you'll bring these offerings. And on the 8th day, Shmini, you shall observe a sacred occasion and bring an offering of fire to Adonai. It is a solemn gathering, and you do not work on these 8 days. It says this word, atzeret. Atzeret. Kol malachet avodah lo ta'asu. We do the same line for that we don't do the work. But this word atzeret is really interesting. And Rashi, early Torah commentator, says atzeret is to hold back. And suggests, Rashi, it's so funny. Ravi is my son. Rashi is the commentator. You'll see why that's very meaningful that I just said his name. Because Rashi says it's like a king who's had a big feast and invites his children to the feast. And at the end of the feast says to them, oh, I know the time is up, that this is the day it's supposed to end, but I don't want you to go. Can you stay with me one more day? Can you stay with me one more day? It's so hard for me to part with you. Can you stay with me one more day? That is this idea of Atzeret, Shmini Atzeret, the 8th day, to stay a little longer. So Shmini Atzeret invites us to linger. Shmini Atzeret is a holiday of lingering in time. And it raises this bigger question that I asked you earlier this evening. We have begun a new year. We are just at the beginning of 5784. What a good time to look at how we are with time. Shmini Atzeret is about lingering in time. How are we with time in our lives? There are so many possible ways to relate to time. And here, the spiritual teaching is to linger. We have a malleable, alive relationship to time in the Jewish tradition. I got to watch people stretching mochi this past week. Has anybody seen that? Stretching of mochi? Wow. Or like I think of those things by the beach that do the saltwater taffy. As a kid, I always wanted to like grab it and do the stretching too. But that is part of our Jewish tradition's experience of time, the stretching of time and the possibility that time changes. That time changes. We feel it every week on Shabbat. Shabbat is its own kind of time. Time is malleable and holds possibilities. Shabbat, when it arrives, changes time. Our life cycles, our holidays and rituals, they change time. This year, Shmini Atzeret is on Shabbat. It's not every year, but it's like a double, triple, quadruple scoop of lingering in time, of knowing that time is malleable. That we have this weekly gift of Shabbat, and we have tonight and tomorrow Shmini Atzeret, and it gives us permission to linger, to move through the day without urgency. To move through a day without urgency. and the sense that there is time. There is time. There's so much time. Bron came up earlier and lit these Shabbat candles. They shared with me something that they said it was okay if I shared with you, which is how profound the Jewish teachings on the relationship to time and the lived experience of time has been to them. Their mother was a concert harpist, a professional harp player in orchestras from the time that their mother was very young, like a prodigy harpist. And her mom, starting so young, was really pressured and told that you can absolutely never, ever, ever, ever show up late for a rehearsal. And if she did, she felt that she would definitely lose her job and not be able to take care of her child. And so every moment was a relentless, pressured push in time. Time had very high stakes. And it was overwhelming to have this relationship to time and a dread around time. And for Bron, being able to immerse in Shabbat and get to have a different relationship to time and the possibility of wide open space and just getting to see time as something that we could actually consciously and intentionally relate to was an incredibly important part of their pathway into Judaism, a healing balm. Shabbat as a healing balm. I'm curious what each of you learned about time in your families of origin. Each of you has a story of how your beloveds, your parents, your siblings related to time. Maybe it felt just right. Maybe it felt constantly pressured. Maybe it drove you crazy, or you love it and you want to get it back. It's a day today to think about what was that early experience of time? And what would I want it to be now as I get to enter in this tradition that belongs to all of us and invites us into having a conscious relationship with time? I was thinking about a pain point in time, and I was thinking about mornings, the tyranny of mornings, and a special shout out to parents. I mean, everybody might experience like a rush in the morning, but boy, when you have to get kids to school, that is for real. And it's like all this institutional pressure. I don't know if any of you is on the LA Unified phone calls. I looked at my messages from the week, and I'm not kidding that there were 7 back-to-back LA Unified calls. So for those of you not in this experience, this is something that people in the city are going through. They call, they text. Anyway, time, mornings, tyranny. And I don't know if you've also ever had the experience where you were like in it and you were like, gotta get the shoes on, let's go. I don't know, like, eat in the car, sleep in your clothes the night before, like whatever we can do. If you've ever just gone, forget it. You know what? Let's just not be on time today. And it's such a relief. Did anybody here grow up with snow days? I obviously didn't in LA. Yeah. And I got to experience that in New York where they were like, oh, it's a snow day. It's like, what does that mean? It means that nothing's going to happen. And you just get this day. And I remember that feeling of being like, what? Yeah, just go out and play in the snow because nobody's getting here. Nothing's happening. That's almost that feeling of Shabbat. It's just a day it's a day that is open. It can be open for study, for learning, for breathing. So in this place of morning time, and my house, teenagers, and trying to have empathy, not just for the teenager, but also for us, like it's hard. It's hard to get up in the morning. And as it turns out, the whole structure is messed up. Not a big surprise when we see that the structures are messed up. But there's this guy in England doing incredible research at Oxford University around how teenagers are being really harmed by the start time of school. Some of you may have been hearing about this research. So he's Paul Kelly is at the Sleep and Circadian Neuroscience Institute at the University of Oxford, and he is calling for this end to the school start time being so early to improve. Listen to this. This is not dramatic. To improve the lives of a generation. And I was like, well, that's kind of a big sentence there. But then I went on to read it. Lack of sleep changes our genes. It affects drug and alcohol use, and it very, very much affects our body's ability to be wakeful and concentrate and learn. He said kids under 10 should start at 8:30 or later. 16-year-olds should not start till 10, and 18-year-olds should not start until 11. So let me just say that that's a healing balm. Yeah. So what did we do in California? We passed a law. 8:30 for high school. That is not enough. I mean, it's better than 7:30 because that used to be a thing. And then there was a study of 900,000 teens from around the world and how much sleep deprivation they had all over the world. Guess who ended up number one? Yay, we're number one. United States for sleep deprivation in teenagers. So that's just one small piece of time and our relationship to it. And yeah, there would need to be new structures. Yeah, of course, but we can do all that. And when in countries that have changed the time, like, well, Finland didn't need to change because they were always way ahead of us with like everything in education. They start late. But parents actually say it works better for them and they work out carpals, la, la, la. That's one aspect of time, just one. And speaking of other countries, have you ever gone to another country and maybe experienced how their sense of time is different than yours? I mean, if you want to know that time is malleable, I was dancing in Brazil and I was supposed to meet a choreographer at a cafe, and I got there on time and I waited. And then I waited some more. And then I waited some more and he comes strolling up. And I was like, hi, did I have the wrong time that we were going to meet? And he looked around and he said, no, that was the right time, but did you have a coffee? I mean, you're in a cafe. Didn't you sit and have a coffee? It's like, wow, okay. That is a different approach to time than I am used to. So what does that mean? That we can enter into a conscious relationship with time and think about how we would like it to be in our lives. Yes, absolutely. We are in structures that demand a certain time, but maybe we can ask them about that. We can ask about all kinds of things. And one of them is about time. Relationships with time, shaped in family, in our culture, in our tradition, and Judaism offers an antidote, a balm, a possibility of shaping time on purpose and consciously. So here we are at Shmini Atzeret. How does it feel to linger? How does it feel to you to linger? When I say that word, do some of you get the heebie-jeebies? Like, just say the word faster. Don't even linger on linger. I was thinking tonight when Sally was singing, Sally has a beautiful way of lingering, no? Right? She lingers. That's another thing. When you have a hard time with somebody, some quality, like any of the midot or this idea of lingering, hang out with somebody who lingers. That could be helpful if you're needing that. So I want to share a teaching at the end here. Rabbi Samson Raphael Hirsch, who was a 19th century Orthodox rabbi who lived in Germany, he was thinking about Shmini Atzeret. He infers the meaning of the holiday from Atzeret. For him, it's to gather and to store up. Like there's also lots of different experiences of this word, which I love. Store up the goodness and the joy and the open feeling of nature and Sukkot. Just store it all up so you can hold on to it. So we got this extra time to store up. Store up because next month is Cheshvan, which here's some inside baseball for you. Cheshvan has no holidays and is the favorite holiday of Jewish professionals. I mean, the favorite month of Jewish professionals. So save it up for Heshvan is what Rabbi Hirsch says. But I feel like there's still a goal there. Store it up, store it up. So I wonder if letting go is not storing up, but is actually just letting go of any of the need to take anything with you, to just be in it and linger in time. This moment of delighting in time. And what does that give us when we can linger? It gives us lots of things, but one of the things it allows for is presence. And the Irish poet John O'Donoghue writes about our ability to change time and says time not as calendar product, not as calendar product, but as actually the parent, the mother of presence. Not as product, but as the parent of presence. So here I shared with you, Rashi said the thing about the king not wanting to let go of the king's children. I experienced that. That's probably why I said his name, my kid, in there. But what he's quoting from is a part of Gemara that actually says it a little differently. It's in Tractate Sukkah 55b. It says the king says, prepare me a great feast, a seudah gedolah, for this time of Sukkot. And then on the last day, my beloved, prepare me a seudah ketana, a small feast, so that I can derive pleasure from you. Small, just me and you. Shmini Atzeret tells us to linger in time, and it also gives us the gift to know that we can linger in time with people we love. That we can pour our presence and our attention in time into you. In time into you, to give you time, my beloved. You need the opportunity to linger in time. Who would delight on this Shabbat to linger in time with you? Who would you like to linger in time with? May you linger in time, in this moment, in each other. Shabbat Shalom, Hag Sameach, Shmini Atzeret. Here we go.
Take your time, y'all. There's no time like now. There's no time like this time. There's no time like now. There's no time like this time. How can something I can't see or explain be so real to me? The night is still with me, chasing my heart across the miles, across the lives we've left. There's no time like now. There's no time like this time. There's no time like now. There's no time like this time. What comes after living is big
this time. There's no time like now. There's no time like this time. There's no time like now. There's no time like this time.
So this is our first Shabbat since the high holidays. I don't know if they can hear me, but Jordana, Ellen, Sonia, I don't know if Melissa's here, Aaron, Sasha, can you all just come like here, and also for the musicians? Yeah, I'm going to ask you to do it. I'm going to ask you to come right here, and I have something I want everybody to do. Please come here. One of the things that we do on Shmini Atzeret tomorrow in the service, one of the things that happens, is that we pray for rain, for Geshem. That's part of what we do. I'm going to ask you to stay right. You're moving away, and I don't want you to. I want you to be right in the center. And I would like all of you too to come forward. David and Sally, Eitan, Dan, and Tali, if you can embody and represent yourself, and also Leah, that would be great. And send that goodness to her. So in sign language, this is the sign for rain. I would like for you to, like, however gesture you want to do, just rain in your hands and fingers some deep appreciation to all of these humans here. Beautiful. You can all take that in. Look at everybody. Take a big breath in. That's it. So much appreciation for everything that everybody did in so many beautiful ways. Yeah.
Yeah, Rabbi Susan, can we include you in this? Can you also step forward, or is that not cool? Let's give a deep appreciation for Rabbi Susan. Thank you.
Okay, now I'll stop torturing you with this public attention. But one of you is making announcements. Thank you, Jordana. Let's see. I don't know. Here we go. Come on up. Oh, yes. Why don't you do announcements since you're here, and then we'll do the kindred spirit moment.
Shabbat Shalom. That was very sweet. Thank you. Good to see all of you here in 5784. I have a few brief announcements. So, Sunday, Simchat Torah. Woo! We will be celebrating and kicking off Makom with a joyful, raucous, dance-filled, music-filled, Torah-filled time. And everyone is indeed welcome. We'll be in Eagle Rock, and we start at 10 o'clock. Next week on Saturday morning, we will be here again for our Shabbat morning service, and also to celebrate AJ Shore, who will be coming to Torah as a B'nai Mitzvah. Woo! And I have two things to say about tonight. One is eat more pizza. Do it. Please. And the other is that we're going to bring out 2 boxes of lost and found items from the high holidays. If you think you might have lost something, we might have found it. And we would love for you to take it away now. Thank you. It'll be over by the dessert at that time. Okay, love you. Bye.
I want to invite up Tara. There you are. For a kindred spirit moment. I know it's a little bit, yeah. It's like a, what is that? Like an obstacle course, but you can do it. Last step. Got it?
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So I'm Tara, and hi. And speaking of making it rain, I'm going to talk about Nefesh Kin. So I am Nefesh Kin, and I'm going to tell you why Nefesh Kinship is so fantastic. But first, I have a question. Is anybody here for the first time, or is this the first time since the high holidays and that was your first time? If so, can you raise your hand so we can see you and welcome you? It's a lot of people. It's great. One of the things about Nefesh Kin is we love to welcome people, so we know who you are now. So if you were at high holidays, or if you're here tonight, which I think you are, you already know the wonders of Nefesh. But in case you need a list, here's a small sample based on an unprofessional, unscientific survey of myself and a few Nefesh Kin this afternoon. The wonders of Nefesh, and I have 5. There are more, but I'm just going to do 5. So, spontaneous dancing, with and without the Torah. So if you were here on the high holidays, you know what I'm talking about. Group aliyot. If you need encouragement in something that you're struggling with, or if you just want a blessing from the rabbi, you are not alone, and you don't have to know personally alone how to do the Torah blessing. You can come up in a group. And last week at the high holidays, it seems like the whole congregation was up for aliyot. It was like a giant aliyah mushroom organism. Musical prayer. Obviously, the Nefesh band transports us to the beyond and deep inside where our souls need to be, and they do it every time. And everyone belongs. So speaking of Sukkot, Nefesh is like a giant sukkah, and it welcomes and shelters all of us. We are a multi-generational community celebrating multiple identities and with multiple theologies. And there's space in the Nefesh Sukkah for all of us. And we meet in this Sukkah, like literally this week we met in this Sukkah, and I met some people that are also Nefesh Kin that I hadn't really talked to. And it's so the Sukkah is literal right now and metaphoric all through the year with Nefesh. And also in terms of multiple identities and multiple celebrations, if you haven't been to Drag Purim, definitely recommend that for next year. That is like the most crazy, joyous Purim you've ever seen. And the last one is growth. We're really big on growth, personal growth, midot, musar, larger community growth like social justice, and the growth of Nefesh. So we are a growing, as you can see, thriving community. We are expansive and inclusive, and basically beautiful and very exciting. And there are moments when I think that Nefesh is actually the center of the universe, like maybe tonight. So how can you join Nefesh and support Nefesh? You can become kin. So kinship is our special form of membership where you calculate your ability to contribute financially to this community that you are a part of. And there are guidelines and instructions on our website, which is nefeshla.org. And if you don't want to join as kin, like the big year-long commitment, you can just make an individual donation. That's great too. And so last thing, since it's Shabbos, I won't really talk about money. So for example, I won't say that it actually takes real money to support all these real people and the things that they do every day and every week for us. And I won't say that sukkah didn't pay for itself. So, but what I will say is that we warmly invite you to join us in the Nefesh Sukkah. Shabbat Shalom.
Zach, are you here? Great, please. Zach has an announcement for us.
Good evening, everybody. How you doing? I'm Zach Ritter. I work for Jewish World Watch, and it's an organization that fights genocide around the world. Our people know struggle. My father was born in a refugee camp, and my grandparents were in Auschwitz. So we are focusing now on the Uyghur genocide in China. And so I have these nifty-difty things that I want to pass out to you that you can use in your sukkah. We're having a Sukkot Uyghur event on Tuesday that I could tell you more about. Find me after. We also are partnering with the Elie Wiesel Foundation to do a conference in New York in December. And what we're trying to do is show that the Jewish Holocaust and the Uyghur Shoah is happening right now and how we can help each other. Yeah, it's complicated, Volkswagen is involved. Volkswagen was involved in killing our people 78 years ago. Volkswagen has a factory in China that's using slave labor of Muslim Uyghur bodies. Tesla, Adidas, Nike, Lululemon, all these things that we purchase are hurting other people in other parts of the world. So if you want to learn more about this, come on Tuesday to our event in Santa Monica. I can tell you more about that. And come find me and I'll tell you more about that. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, everybody, we need some joyful things so we can say the Aleinu. Who's got some joy? And it's a holiday, and it's Shabbat. Come on, who has joy? Joy. Yes, please. Woo! Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Yes, please. Happy birthday. And Olivia, her daughter Dan, and Melanie's daughter, she turned 18 yesterday. Happy birthday. Yeah. Wow, right on. Job as a puppeteer. Anybody have joy? Yes, Glynis. You settled a great contract for the Northeast Valley Health Corporation. Beautiful, all the providers. Beautiful. Great. Oh, come on, one last one. Let's get some. Yes. Woo! All right, with all that joy, let's stand up. And it's Sukkot. Yay! It's the end of Sukkot. It's Shmini Atzeret.
There will come
we're going to conclude our service now with the Mourner's Kaddish. Maybe what we could do is push back some of the chairs so there's room up front for those who are in immediate mourning. I just want to take a moment and acknowledge some of you may have met Carl, who slept on the stairs here at the church often. And this week, Carl died here on the stairs. And actually, Jordana and Sasha found Carl and were able to help to get the paramedics to hopefully move him to the coroner and hopefully to a peaceful rest. But I just want to lift him up. His presence here and has been living here at the church, and also want to lift up a society where people can be cared for and nurtured in a way that can meet their needs, all of their needs. So I want to invite everyone to please come forward who is in immediate mourning. If you are in the first year of mourning the loss of a loved one and you feel comfortable coming forward, I don't think that this first row is coming forward. So if you are, or if it's the yard site, meaning that somebody has died this week in past years. So let's complete a circle here. It can go all the way to the candles. And Glynis, if you can make some space for the people coming in behind you. And Jordana, you can make the circle a little further back here. The Kaddish prayer is on page 294. If anybody here in the circle would like the prayer book to see the Kaddish. Yes. I'm going to pass around the microphone now. And if you're comfortable saying the name of your loved one, if you would like to, please say it into the microphone. If you do not want to, that is fine. Just pass it to the next person.
Carl K.
Carl.
My sister Eva.
My father, Jose Rosa.
Gail Hines.
David Jacobs and Sarah Friedman.
Janet Toll.
My grandma Marlene.
My friend Ainsley O'Neill.
My friend Thais Loureiro.
My mother Jody Myers.
My mom Anna Rodriguez and Carmen Chabrier.
My grandfather Jose Macadar.
David Wellen and Sarah.
My grandmother Bertha Post.
My grandma Edith and my cat Batman.
My sister Jessica Issaharov, her stepfather Gene Solon, and my nephew's son Nathaniel Dixon.
My sister Jane Ritchie and my friend Phyllis Menard.
My Aunt Jella.
My stepfather Charles Gillard Coper.
Carl, Jen Angel, and I'm going to read the names from the chat. Lillian Garner Goldberg, Danny Moss.
My uncle Gerald Goldsmith, my mother Gloria Goldsmith, and Bill Stracino.
Reed Gurecki and my beloved Sandy.
My grandmothers Doris Hebling and Ina Yuri.
My friend and colleague, Rabbi Malcolm Middleman. I'm going to invite everyone here to take a step forward if you're in this circle. Go ahead and take a step forward. Thank you. 294, you'll find the Kaddish prayer. Yitkada, Yitkada, Yamad, Rach, Teviam, Chayechon, Yomechon, Chayed, Chol Beit Israel, Ba'agala, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba, Barach Leolam, Olamei Almaya, Yitbarach, Yishtabach, Yitbar, Yitbarlam, Yitnaseh, Yitadar, Yitaleh, Rich, Le'ela, Min Kol Birchata, Tushbechata, Menehemata, Ta'ani Man Le'alma, Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chaim Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Ha'olam, V'imru, Amen. We sing now for peace. May the one who brings peace bring comfort to all who mourn and bring peace to our world. Oh, say shalom. You can sway if your neighbor is comfortable. You can wrap an arm. We sing for peace.
Oh, say shalom bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imru, imru, amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu. Al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol ha'olam.
The grape juice is coming, as is the oh, look at that. The grape juice is here. We'll do a kiddush here, everyone.
סברי לחיים, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קדישנו במצוותיו והצוונו, בשבת קודשו באהבה ורצון הנחילנו, זיכרון למעשה וראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי באנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. לחיים. Is there challah? ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, המוציא לחם מן הארץ. אמן. שבת שלום, חג שמח.
You don't remember Shabbat when you were a kid?
Throw bread in you? What?
Do you have somebody throw the bread at the table? Yeah, of course.
Oh, my uncle does that. Yeah, that's none of my family.
That's like D minor.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat.